Hi guys, I'm back. I just did a Divine Masculine read for you, so you can go check it out if you'd like. I'm now going to do the Oracle cards for you. So I'm going to get right into pulling them. It is May 13, 2019. I hope you all had a great Mother's Day yesterday. I went up to see my mom in the Alzheimer's facility, but it was really a lovely weekend because I had my daughter's friends stop by and her friends, and one friend ended up doing a read with me, and then actually another person's mom came by for a read at my house, and then I ended up doing a read at the Alzheimer's facility for the aide that works with my mom. So it was a really nice day, and my mother was behaving for the most part. So that was good. I brought her some chocolates and ice cream. She can have whatever she wants. Alright, so for this May 13, 2019, for everyone watching in the best and highest good of all is concerned, what is it we need to know? What do we need to learn? So, God, please arm us all with your love. What is your message? What is your guidance? What do we need to know? Everyone take a deep breath. I got 3 separate cards, and then the bottom of the deck is Kuan Yin number 43. 43 is that 3 of Cups of coming together. Can definitely represent that third energy. Kuan Yin is all about your inner child, so the inner child definitely came up in the read today. The affirmations I act from my Divine Feminine Wisdom. I will show you the cards so that you can read it if you'd like. Okay. And by the way, Mary Magdalene's under there, and she's 35. So the first card out for you guys was Lady Portia, number 32. Lady Portia is known as the goddess of justice. As Lord of Karma, she tempers justice with mercy and balance. In order to act with these golden qualities, you must let go of your own projections and prejudices and see the whole picture. When you receive this card, Lady Portia is calling on you to review an aspect of your life or relationships to bring it fully into the 5th dimension. Be generous-hearted, open-minded, and fair, and step aside from judgment, and then your ascension path will be showered with gold. The affirmation is, I'm fair-minded, open-hearted, and non-judgmental. Okay? And again, judgment really has to do with not making other people's decisions for them. You can judge yourself, because you have to make decisions for yourself, that's a judgment, but don't make decisions for other people or about them. Okay? So Lady Portia is number 32, and 32 is that 6 of Wands, so it's the journeyman. Alright, so that's all about success and good news and getting attention and leading the way on the journey. With mercy and balance. Justice with mercy and balance. To make sure you let go of your projections and prejudices to see the whole picture, which is what came up with my inner child and masculine today. She was posing for him, and he was getting all different perspectives of her. Like she was his muse today, so that was really, really cute. Alright, so Lady Portia. I did show that to you, right? Okay. So that was 1. The second one was Nature, number 3. I don't want to read all 3 of these because you can read them on the screen if you want to, okay? But number 3 is the Empress. It's also self-expression, about expressing yourself just the way you want to. Also Gaia and Earth. The affirmation, I thank, bless, and love the entire nature kingdom. It's what protects us, okay? Once you're in your high vibration, all you need is to keep that love energy circling around you and nature, and that's all the protection you need, okay? The third card is the Cosmic Heart, number 9. Number 9 is the Hermit, the Wise One, the collective consciousness, and selflessness, compassion, universal selflessness. The affirmation is, I am the Cosmic Heart, so just remember that. So you can read that as well. And Mother Mary's on here with the unicorns, to breathe love from that Cosmic Heart and radiate it out toward everyone. So Lady Portia, Nature, and the Cosmic Heart. And Kuan Yin's at the bottom of the deck. So for the next deck, for the Past Life deck, I'm going to ask Kuan Yin and Lady Portia to both come in. So Kuan Yin first and Lady Portia. Okay? So again, take a deep breath. It is May 13, 2019. For everyone watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? And we are asking Kuan Yin to please step forward, as well as Lady Portia. What are our messages here? So just have the 2 and then just a couple to count. That's it. Okay. The bottom of the deck is spouse. And I don't want to forget to bring up too that energies, they've been really strong. My spine's like really burning, especially my lower chakras. So you may be feeling the same. So that underlying energy is the spouse here in the past life. And Egypt is underneath the spouse. This is just the underlying energy. Okay. And unrequited love is underneath Egypt. So there's definitely some kind of reconciling we're doing from Egypt, like in a good way. So a connection's coming together now as positive karma coming back to you from Egypt. I have cards to count here. There's just 4, and I'll see if I need to go into those cards. But the first card that came out from Kuan Yin was Love Life. Okay, so it's all about that high vibrenergy, the high vibration of the rose, okay, because the highest vibrational flower is the rose. And then from Lady Portia, we have phobias coming out. So again, this is the last of the fears coming up, needing to clear your own phobias. And phobias are just fears, and fear is not love, all right? So this is basically our opposites here. You can be, don't ever forget this, you can either be in love or fear. You get to choose which. They're mutually exclusive. So which do you want? That's your confirmation. So really that message is kind of clear. Because I actually wanted to bring that up. I kind of wanted to summarize some things, because you know you learn so much on this journey that you forget some things that you learned prior that are still important things to remember. So I was going to write some things down, and of course you always start with love or fear. Do you want to be in love or fear? You can't be in both. It's always your choice. Everything in fear is ultimately an illusion. We have ego for a reason, to protect us from jumping off a bridge and doing things like that. But other than that, we need to let go of our ego and just go more into love. Because all the other fears are misconceptions or illusions that we don't need to carry with us. And when we stay in the present moment, we're able to let go of that, just appreciating the beauty in the present, not worrying about what's in front of us or behind us. The other thing is with justice, since Lady Portia's coming up, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Okay, so when you forget everything and you get confused, go back to the basics. It's love or fear, right or happy. It's always your choice. Okay. And as her with her phobias, she's got her hands like this, as I keep doing that with my hands. So that's that connection too. Don't forget, you know, when you pray, this creates a closed circuit within your energy, because you have chakras in your hands. So when they're open, you're releasing those energies, but when you close them, you're strengthening the circuit. Okay? All right, so we have 2, and then we have 4, and then we have 6. So 2, 4, 6. And then today was all about the 8 in the read today. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Yourself. Okay? And the 2 is of the High Priestess, the 4 is of the Emperor, and the 6 is of the Lovers. Okay? So it's the High Priestess and the Emperor coming together in love. And I want to see what comes up from the other 4 cards. And we have the spouse, all right? At the bottom, the underlying energy is the husband and wife. And we have the High Priestess, the Emperor, and the Lovers coming together. So, can't get more clear than that. And it's them saying, so Kuan Yin and Lady Portia both saying, the choices are always up to you in your relationship. When you get knocked off balance a little bit, always go back to the basics. Get centered again. Okay? To whether you're in love or fear. Are you in love or fear at that moment? And are you trying to be right? Or are you trying to be happy? Okay, because that's always the ego getting in the way. The 4 cards that came up together as a group are these here. So we have spirituality and religion, Atlantis reversed, orphan reversed, and Mother Upright. And we had Mother's Day yesterday. So, and I brought up too, if you've had issues with your mother, a really important clearing to do is from Bonnie at Spiritual Acceleration. She just did a mother's clearing, so if you sign up for her website, just your email, your name and email, you can get the free clearings, and she puts them out about every 2 weeks, and you can do them over and over again. And she just did an amazing one with 2 other people, all of them doing all the work, clearing you. As they'll give you instructions and tell you what to do, and then you just lay there and watch as they clear all the crap out of your auric layers, okay? So check it out, all right? That's Spiritual Acceleration. And that mother clearing she just did. So here, and one of the things she brought up on that clearing that day had to do with the fact that, when you're in your mother's womb, you take on all of her energy. So you take on her personality right away. So you always may be confused about, is it you or is it her? So that was a good thing to bring up. I'm getting very hot right now. Whew. And it's not hot outside, so there's no reason for me to get really hot. So there's some masculine energy coming in. These 4 cards with the mother and the kids. So we were just focused on Mother's Day. And in coming together with your mother, the orphan card is reversed. So it's us learning no longer to feel alone. Because even when our mothers aren't around, we know how to connect with ourselves, with our higher self. We have Atlantis reversed. So you no longer need to pay attention to those timelines. Alright, because that's the past, that's gone, that's the pillars of the old. And also it's coming up about the patriarchy falling here, right? The cause of the patriarchy causing the fall. And then spirituality and religion coming up to, again, open up, and this is your religion. Losing my religion, okay, was coming up just now, but also not just opening books, right? And not just going to church or synagogue or temple, wherever you go, but actually using your own temple, your healing abilities, okay? So, and just open books, also the light. Make sure you enjoy your candlelight, but bring to light for yourself and to others just by random epiphanies, by opening your hands to help others heal, by opening a book at a random page, wherever you're guided to go. Have fun with it. Don't make it something structured, more rules to go by. It's all about following your own rules, and there are no rules. It's always just following your guidance, allowing the energies of the universe to guide you, because the universe always knows better than us, because the universe is the collective energy. It's also saying, embrace your parents who may be very religious and you may not agree with their point of view, but allow them their points of view, and that's okay. You just allow them theirs, and they must do the same for you. They need to allow you that as well. And if you need to disconnect, you need to disconnect. If they can't love you for you, then that's not love, right? And they'll come around eventually, and if they don't, why would you want that negative energy in your life anyway? It's very important for you to know that. Just as you would honor their position and their beliefs, their needs, their sovereignty, they need to respect yours as well, whether it's in beliefs or space around you, or doing things for you that you may not want them to do. You should always ask another before you do anything, even if it's of the purest and best intentions and it's a really nice thing. It doesn't mean that they want that done for them. So it's always important to ask, to respect each other and allow each other their sovereignty. Is there anything else? Make sure, I was just getting to, don't exclude the 3rd child, okay? Because when there's 3 children, there's always someone who feels left out. And there's always a child who will be different than the others, who won't believe the same way that you do. So it's so important that we're open-minded about everything in the way that we love others, our children as well. And allow them to be who they are. They're not you. But overall, that's a beautiful message about coming together. And we have the Journey of Love. Journey of Love for this May 13, 2019, and it's just coming up on 15/15. So there's definitely some heavy, dark energies today. For me, I just feel it in my body, but I'm not out and about today, so I do need to go to the post office. I don't know if I'm too late. Nope. Here on a line. Show is only beautiful, organic, blood and light, diamond light. Alright, so for everyone watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? We're asking Kuan Yin and Lady Portia. What is that? Spiral Dance of the Goddess is the bottom of the deck. It's number 29. Okay, and this is very olive oil for me. It's very olive, you know. But I get fallopian tubes from this all the time as well. I'm just getting that mash unit green. 29 is the Three of Wands, being present. Could be waiting for your ships to come in, but it could be waiting for nothing because you're not supposed to be looking at the outcome. You're supposed to be staying present. So it's just instead of waiting for nothing, be present and enjoy your moment. That's the underlying energy. I also get ET from it, like how his head goes in and out. ET in a mash unit. That's pretty funny. Or ET giving birth. Can you see that? Two little ETs. Aww. I'm getting strangulation of like a cord in a delivery. Someone might be having trouble delivering because there's a cord wrapped around the baby, or I was also just getting strangulation of the fallopian tube itself, or just anything like that. I mean, it's just as simple as something like with my son got a piece of string, you know, just like a thread, tied really tight around one of his little toes, you know, when they're little babies. And that, you know, that freaked me out because, you know, it cuts off the circulation. And, it's hard to get under that. So just things like that, that's the idea that I'm getting. So some things like that might be coming up. And the two cards that came out, the first one is the Void from Kuan Yin, number 40, which is the Page of Cups, which is that baby energy. The baby gotta love me. And then we have from Lady Portia, Seed of the Heart, which is 25, which is the Knight of Wands. So the Page of Cups and the Knight of Wands. And they're very similar energies. Alright? So the color scheme, and that they're very smooth flowing, very throat and third eye energy, and heart as well. There's some green in there too, as well as crown. I mean, it does get white, but there is a little bit of violet in there too, in the one card. We're planting that seed in the heart, combining the heart and the throat, and some third eye, and then the void is all of them together from the heart up. The seed of the heart includes some solar plexus, but the void does not. And I'm getting a question mark in the seed of the heart. It's not about getting the answer right, it's about getting the question right. And that's why we have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Wands, because they're both children, but they're two very different perspectives of children. One is very passionate and focused and knows what they want, and the other one's very sweet and innocent and just open-hearted and loving. There are always different perspectives of the same, or similarities. It's like the seed, the one is the seed of the heart, and the void is the seed. Because it's where you start from a peaceful place, that perfect balance. the connection to your higher self. So those two came out separately as the peacefulness of the masculine and the feminine, both in their psychic abilities, in their higher chakras. And then these two cards came out, Heaven and Man of the Earth, Woman of the Sky. So Heaven is 70, which is the Two of Pentacles, which in the Sirian Starseed deck is surrender. And then 48 is the Eight of Cups of going within. Right? So let me see what I get from these two guys. Oh, these came up yesterday. It's like, in Heaven, it's like, because we just had cards bringing up the masculine and feminine coming together, because spouse came up as the underlying energy. This is a gathering of everyone in heaven to come see the birth. It's like the baby Jesus, except this is the coming together of the twins. Man of the earth, woman of the sky, going within to heaven, to 5D. But the journey was very, I want to say tumultuous, but it was very, crazy, turbulent, chaotic, disjointed. So many different textures and colors all at once. And then all of a sudden, you get to 5D and you're like, and then you're just released to that peace. It's kind of like an aqua color, a soft blue-green. I want to say blue-green tourmaline, or, yeah. So going from all those harsh colors to just peace on Earth, which is coming together. That's what they're trying to show you, the gathering of the masculine and feminine coming together. You just seen all the craziness, the heartbreak and trauma, just to come together to this beautiful place. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's like the 4 moons come up again, as well as in this card it looks to me like the light radiating out from your pupil. Okay, it's like the moon within. Oh, and also because it's like a shutter, that there's so much light here that the shutter's very small. It's, the pupils open very small because there's so much light. You can't take it all in. That's what heaven's like, is what they're saying. It's so beautiful and light. It's so powerful that you have to close your eyes because you can't take it all in at once, like seeing the Grand Canyon. It's making me well up. Oh. Yeah, that was a nice picture. What am I reading here? I think we're going to go back to at least the void. We haven't read that in a while. It was just 23, 32, and 33. And here we're at 40. So 23, 32 is the Knight of Wands, not the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Journeyman. Okay, so the masculine's been coming up a lot that way. And the void at the end of every cycle and the beginning of every cycle, there's a moment of transition. It may last for any amount of time, a moment of feeling or many years of deep inner work whilst feeling displaced. The transition may require patience to endure the absence of knowing, the lack of certainty about who you are and why you're here on this planet. A void may open up between one moment of meeting with your lover and the seemingly endless stretch of time, even if it is only days that seem as though they are eternal in duration as you wait to reconnect again. Yet if you can accept that entry into the cosmic void as preparation for your next cycle of manifestation, if you can accept that darkness is holding you with love, not with unfeelingness, then you can relax and let the preparation be what it must be. Then you can be well equipped for the next steps forward on your glorious divine adventure this lifetime, meeting the beloved, whether divine or human lover, in a fresh new moment, excited, open, and curious always. This oracle brings you guidance. There are parts of your own process unfolding that you simply cannot know about yet. It will not always be this way, but for now it is most helpful for you to only deal with what is immediately before you. All else will be shown when the time is right. There is growing to be done, and then the void will bring forth the next step on your path to meet you. You do not have to worry, and you do not have to search. Be present, be patient. When you can do something, right? When you can do something, do it, and when you cannot, just be. Your time will soon come. If you're holding a question about relationship, surrender it to the void and let it become what it must, according to spiritual wisdom and love. And the poem simply states, a coming together, a blending of one, where understanding spans the space between and separation disappears to form anew. So in the reading that I did today for the Divine Masculine, in my code line and for the read, the numbers all came up, 1 through 10, except for number 5, which is the space between the words. So it's not about looking at the numbers that did present themselves. What's missing? It was the 5, which is that change, expansion, freedom. Allow yourself that. So 25, since it was just at 25 and we're past 25 now, I'm going to read that to you too. That's the seat of the heart. And the space between the words is 24. It's right before that. And I just said that. So we must be reading seat of the heart. Within each one of us is a divine seed of love, waiting to blossom into fullness. We don't always know what type of blossom we shall be. However, and sometimes if we try to figure it out in advance, the blossoming itself can cause us anxiety, pain, or fear because it's taking us in an unknown, unexpected direction. We may even fear that the direction we're heading is away from our life path or purpose, as if that were even possible. The seed in the heart arises as guidance when we are unfolding in a new manifestation of the divine light within. It comes as encouragement to trust, to surrender, to allow, and to be as open, unthinking, and ready for the unexpected as possible. A plant just needs the right conditions to grow healthy, and if you've ever seen a blade of grass pushing up through the crack in the pavement, then you'll know that when something is meant to grow to the light, it will do so even against the most apparently insurmountable odds. This oracle brings you guidance. The right conditions are being brought to you. The most perfect support for your own divine blossoming. Trust and know that the seed in your heart knows how to grow and that life supports it. It is also a sign that something in your relationships is sprouting, a new energy. Don't be afraid to try new ways of relating now, as your life energy supports it. The poem simply states, when sky can imagine the dark awake, in awe light pervades, and bears the vast tranquil mystery, softly caressing the blue bold birth. Okay? And when we talked about the birthing of the masculine and feminine coming together. Alright, so again we had 1 and 1, so the 2 magicians, and then the 2 of the high priestess. So we have the masculine energy and the feminine energy, and then another masculine energy for that third energy, but then we have 4 for the union. Okay, so it's very much about the union coming together here. So I hope you like that. It's just 28:14, and 14 is the angels, and 28 is the 2 of Wands, or the 2 flames, or the twin flames. Drink your water, guys. Get your rest. Make sure you rise and be well.